102.7 KISS FM. Sissany hanging out with Mr. Andy Davis. Thank you so much for coming out here.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Well, you got a show, right?
Yeah, this Thursday.
At Hotel Cafe.
Hotel Cafe.
I love that spot. Have you been there?
I have. I like it in there.
Yeah,
it's, cool.
It's really cool and small.
Yeah, I'll be playing with like a drummer and a bass player, so it's a little bit slightly a step up from the acoustic thing, but still like, yeah, you know, they have like the candlelight vibe in there. So I don't know. I play in a lot of clubs where it's like louder and we rock out a little bit. So when I play Hotel Cafe, I kind of have to bring it back a little bit. But
totally,
cool,
and you can hear a pin drop in there,
yeah.
and it's quiet, you know. So it's a cool setting, and I'm sure it'll be really exciting and fun to do.
Yeah, I'm excited.
How long are you in LA?
Just a week. I live in Nashville, and I come out here every few, 6 weeks or so, just to kind of hang and play music.
Well, every 6 weeks, that's good.
6 to.
Do you write and do a lot of your music out here, or do you do most of that in Nashville?
I do. I mean, I write mainly in Nashville, but I actually recorded my last 2 records out here with this producer named Mitchell Froom, and he's down in Santa Monica.
Which is huge, by the way.
Yeah, he's actually a hero of mine, and really
amazing
guy.
He's worked with Paul McCartney and big people.
Yeah, Sheryl Crow and Crowded House and Randy Newman. A lot of people I really love and everything, and so it's a really honor to work with him.
How did you connect with him?
A former manager, I think, introduced me. Actually, he came out to a Hotel Cafe show that I had several years ago, and then it was just me by myself, and we met at the show and ended up having drinks or something and talking about music, and I think we're just like-minded, which wasn't a big surprise to me because I kind of based what I think is cool on what he's done, so it's not like there was this big disagreement, but yeah, so we ended up doing my previous record together, which is called Let the Woman, and then my most recent one, which is called Heartbreak Yellow.
And I mean, you seem pretty young. So how did you get your start in music? Like, when did you first discover that this was something you wanted to pursue or take it seriously?
I started writing songs in high school, and I got into the studio working. I just loved being in the studio. This friend of mine his dad had a studio, and he played drums in my band, and so we would just go camp out in his dad's studio all the time. So that was where my real love of recording came from. And then I moved to Nashville to go to college at this school called Belmont, which is like a music-centered school.
Oh, okay.
Was writing songs, but didn't really have these grand aspirations to just do, be a big star on the radio or anything like that, But I just wanted to be in the studio, and then I started writing songs and then getting some opportunities to play, and different people asking me to open for them and everything, and so just kind of built, and I got the...
What do you feel like you like more? Do you like performing more? Do you like more of the songwriting and the producing part of it?
I mean, it's both. I mean, I enjoy performing if I've had time to be home producing and creating. It's like coming out of the cave with a bunch of stuff to present to the world kind of thing,
Totally.
So if you're out there for too long and you haven't been back into this reinvention incubator for a while, it can start feeling a little...
It's like 2 different worlds completely.
It is, yeah.
I was reading up on how, was it your last album that you raised money, or what was that all about? Can you kind of explain that for everybody that doesn't know?
Sure, I did this, Kickstarter is becoming a pretty well-known kind of thing right now, but it's, about a year ago, I decided to launch a Kickstarter campaign to raise money to record this record, and I had some friends that had done it and had success with it, but I just decided I would be a little ambitious and try to raise more than normal, and so my goal was $30,000 in 30 days, which sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money, but and it was kind of on par, and then it would get behind.
How would the raising of the money and all that happen though? Did you just ask for donations, or? Yeah, the way Kickstarter works is that you can fans can contribute to different packages, and so it's if you want to contribute $10, you get the CD when it comes out. If you want to contribute $50, you get the CD plus a personal phone call. If you want to contribute $300, then you get to come hang out with me in the studio or something. That's cool. Personal phone call. Did you do a lot of those?
Yeah, I called a couple people off guard too. I think I just didn't tell them I was going to call, and I just called the number, and they're like, "Hello?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm at work.
That's so funny. Did they believe that it was you?
Yeah, I think after a while it took them off guard, but
one time we had Snoop doing an interview here at the station, and he started picking up the request lines, and he's like, "It's Snoop Dogg," and they're like, "No, it's not." He's like, "It's Snoop Dogg." Like, they wouldn't believe him. It's like one of my hilarious memories I have of him.
Well, I'm not quite to the level where people everywhere would know my voice and not believe it.
Oh, but they will. That's why we do interviews like this, you know? We get you on the website and start promoting new music and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it turned out to be a great thing. Like, right, the last couple days, I was like $2,000 short of the $30,000, and then apparently I have a lot of procrastinating fans who came at the last minute. And the final number ended up being like 41,000.
Wow, so that's incredible. Yeah. That's so amazing. Congratulations on that. Thank you,
yeah.
So as far as new music and stuff, what do you got seeing, coming for 2012, the rest of this year?
Yeah, well, the Heartbreak Yellow is out now. I actually just did this thing. I just acted and sang on this TV show called Drop Dead Diva that is going to be coming out on their season 4 coming up.
Okay.
And
how was that? Was that your first time doing something like that? It was my first,
yeah, it really was. It was actually really exciting. I was kind of nervous to do my acting debut, and the actors are all, I'm like reading my lines with the actors saying, please listen, I'm not an actor, don't judge me,
Right.
But they were actually really encouraging.
So you had lines and everything.
Yeah, I had lines. I had I counted them, I think 25 words total. And,
did you play yourself, or did you?
I kind of played myself. I mean, I was like a piano player at a bar kind of thing. But, I don't want to give away what happens in it, but,
We almost had it. We almost had that exclusive right there.
But it was cool, and I got to act, and it was like this is actually a really poignant scene, I think, in the show.
That's awesome. I mean, it's on your resume, and that's a cool thing. You kind of just
maybe I'll become a regular character. I'll keep coming back to it.
Yes, exactly. It wouldn't be the first time something like that's happened, so you never know. So that's happening. Obviously, when is that going to be hitting?
I think it's
TV.
June. It's season 4 for Drop Dead Diva, and so it'll be out. I think second week of June or so.
Okay.
Like
and what would some advice that you would probably give new artists, like people kind of just like in the same boat as you, trying to get your name out there, and and just kind of maybe like advice that you would give from your experience.
I think that there are a lot of people that are really concerned about building the style and building their website and building their branding and everything like that, but don't always have the content actually to
back it up.
And so I'm always a big believer in don't rush forward to start this career until you actually have content that people are actually asking you for,
Right.
You gotta have drive to get out there, but it's good to for people to be like, when is that song gonna be on the CD? When is that song gonna be on the CD? And then put it on a CD, as opposed to just pushing your music to people that aren't even asking for it. So it kind of creates some demand. I think
that's smart.
There's so much noise out there in the music world today, and everybody's making music or putting out records, and so it's tough you have to kind of figure out some way to stand out, but I think it has to be something that people are actually wanting to hear, as opposed to another bit of noise that's coming at them, So
I agree. That's really good advice. So you're going to be at Hotel Cafe this Thursday, right?
10 o'clock p.m.
Love it. So is it sold out? How can people get tickets? Do you know anything about that?
You can get them online. You show up. It should, if it's not sold out yet. And
if you don't know where Hotel Cafe is, it's on Cahuenga, but it's behind, the entrance is behind this alleyway. So it's kind of hidden. It's cool.
It's back in the little back area. Yeah.
Parking lot.
But yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, cool. And then what's your Twitter? Shout out your Twitter.
It's just
as you were talking about branding and stuff, I was like, why don't you give them everything?
Yeah, no, at Andy Davis is just my Twitter. I actually got at Andy Davis, which I'm happy
awesome.
And my website's andyddavisonline.com. You can actually get a little sampler of some previous music of mine on my website right now.
Speaking of which, I see your guitar. I see it. The case open. Can you play us a little something?
I'll play a little something here. All right, this is a song called Capital Letters. It's off this new record. Off Heartbreak Yellow. And I kind of lost my voice a few days ago, so it's going to sound extra raspy, like I'm trying to...
That's good. We like that.
Yeah. Was the right step. Yeah, everybody could see. It was obvious to everybody but me. I was in the dark. Yeah, I was stuck in my ways.
capital letters. Yeah, with a hard head, you just can't be told. Sometimes what you want, what you want is just a blindfold. But I believe in my hindsight, 'cause it's easy to see